Alright, hello everybody, and welcome to the full release of Kadomon. I've got an early access version here. It is like the full thing, the full game. It's not just a demo, just super exciting. I've been playing it like crazy, on stream, off stream. I just got my first win a little bit ago. One thing that I want to say before we get started is there are like a couple of bugs here and there right now. So, you know, do forgive that since we're in like an early access stage. Hopefully those will be all ironed out for the full version. But yeah, I'm super excited. This game is so much fun. I've got 9 hours in it. Got my first win like right around the tail end of that. Last of my plays. And yeah, I'm starting to get a little more consistent. This game is actually extremely hard. Like everything after the first level is incredibly challenging. And yeah, we're just gonna cycle between these characters and you know, just goof around. I'm gonna be hunting for misprints. I'm gonna be looking for all sorts of different stuff. The full version of this game, by the way, has more Kadomon than like original Pokemon, which is super awesome to see. Let me see if I can get into the decks here. There we go. So we've got 217 funny little guys. It's actually so friggin' cool. It's so unbelievably cool how many guys there are. And yeah, we're gonna go hunt them and fight them and do all the cool stuff. So let's do it. If you are unfamiliar with Kadomon, this is like a Super Auto Pets meets Pokemon. It's a really nice mix. I'm gonna try and explain things as I go, as I imagine this will be a lot of people's first experience seeing this game. So we've got a bunch of different types. There is a type chart. That's not the type chart. These are unlockables. There's a whole bunch of unlockables, which is great. But yeah, here's the type chart, and you can see that there's like super effectives, but there are no not very effectives. And generally speaking, you want to have like the higher tier of the upgrades, depending on what your team is going for, but these can be ignored or focused depending on what kind of run you're going for. But note that more types, you can add more types to your creatures, and that just creates more weaknesses. It's like a weird thing, but it's cool. You'll figure it out pretty quick. And yeah, we'll just kind of go through organically here. So we've got a water type, and we've got access to... I kind of want to go Dusk. Dusk has like a really strong effect. Grant all allies. It's basically like a saving grace type effect, where if you were to die, you don't die instead, which is kind of amazing. So yeah, let's try to run like a Dusk build. Looks like we've got lots of Dusk on this path, so hopefully we can get lucky. Note that it could be water or Dusk. It doesn't have to be like a combination of the two. So you can see here we got water instead of Dusk. So yeah, that's a thing. But that's okay. That's not a big deal. Tadmire is one of the new guys. He's really cool. He's definitely he plays to my economy brain, where it's like, oh, I'm gonna take the thing that makes it so I scale up better. Tadmire is definitely a bit of that. They're a really consistent unit from what I've found. So you can see that there's a counter here, and when these counters hit 0, it guarantees you an item or a field effect, depending on which one hits 0, of course, because they're not going to stay in sync. But for the first time, we get to have this guaranteed. On Ally Shield, Grant Thorns is quite a good effect. On Ally Super, Grant Max HP is also a very good effect. I think that this is more universal. This one kind of hardlines us into a build a little bit more. But it would be really good with our starter. But that said, I tend to pivot off starters a lot more now, just because, you know, you use them so much. Might as well. Wanted poster is pretty cool. So taunt is decent. The lowest max enemy. So it forces people to attack the lowest max HP enemy. I think that's really interesting. We should be able to make good use of that. You can see because we did that fight, we now have Tadmire. And yeah, Knock is... I don't like to keep this guy in my party for long, because he just becomes dead weight, and we can sell him off for XP, which is really valuable. And I think I'm going to do that right away. I'd rather take the morale hit now, even if I lose the next matchup, just so that way I guarantee the XP going to Tadmire and Kreese, plus whoever else I end up grabbing. So we've got Zipstrat and Paranute. Oh yeah, I guess I should explain abilities while we're at it. One thing to note, this Nun, I think this is one of the little bugs that's going on right now. This shouldn't even be here. Like, just pretend this doesn't exist. So battle start, grant to allies. So you can see we've got an after battle effect, we've got a battle start effect, we've got before battle, before attack, and on slow applied. So there's all sorts of different conditions for the creature's special abilities to go off. Also, we've got health, attack, and speed. Speed dictates how many times they can attack before anyone else, and yeah, it gets really crazy. And then we've got energy as well, which it scales up off of just attacking and taking hits. So yeah, that'll explain that a little bit. Let's just carry on for now. Try to explain a little bit about what's going on each battle here. Obviously, it is an auto battler, so it's kind of just doing its own thing, as you can see. And you can see we've got the water effect applied. These two are not active because we don't have multiple of either of these. But water applies splash, so we're doing like little bits of splash damage here and there, which is pretty nice. It is decent. I've been really wanting to do a Paranute build. I think like an ice or like a strong frost build can really take over the game. It's just hard to do, but I think the tempo potential is kind of crazy. Zipstrat is just like a universally very strong creature, just because it's got like a very strong tri-typing, and just granting energy and splash are all good things, really. It's kind of a tough call here, because this one's very specific and doesn't really do much for me yet, but this one is really good right now. I guess we'll go for the really good right now. One thing that we're going to end up having is like a bunch of extra guys. They've completely reworked the way XP gain works from the demo, and you can kind of make multiple teams now. It's hard to do, but I'm working on getting better at that. Okay, so we can gain a weighted dice, which is a decent item. We can randomize all currently owned items. We own... I think we own only one good item, right? I wonder if it would randomize our candy. I'm curious if it would, because that would be pretty good. And I don't really want a 50-50. Let's try the swap. The weighted dice is also decent, but I don't have any on-hit effects, so it's not that great. We're gonna go for the swap and see if it changes our candy. I'm very curious to see how that works. The Wee Valve puts all your items into a bag along with their own and lets you pull out the same amount back. So let's see what I've got now. I have... Oh, it's so good! It turned it into a flame belt. Okay, so it does work on candies. That's actually so good. That's really strong. Okay, so now that we've got a flame belt, we need to consider, like, scaling somebody up to the moon. Because flame belt is a win condition in this game. So we're gonna try killing our Zipstrat over and over, just for now, until we can find something better to start killing. And, yeah, we're gonna, like, completely centralize a team around that item. Oximp is an incredible creature. My first win was with an Oximp. I'd love to show off the potential of that creature. So, yeah, we'll probably be picking that out of these creatures here. Although Monku would be really good, too. Monku would be quite strong with this setup. Hopefully my team positioning isn't too aggressive. I'm a little worried, considering how much damage they're getting off here. This Monku is going to scale really well off of the splashes coming out. But hopefully with the Wanted, we'll be able to take it out in time. It's a little iffy. Oh man, yeah, I think I might have thrown this fight away. Thankfully, it's not that big of a deal. We'll just lose 40 morale, which is rough. When that hits 0, that's our lose condition. If you lose to a boss, it's an auto lose, but generally, it's a resource to be spent, and I like to be pretty aggressive with it early. So Oximp would give us really great scaling. Monku would be a fantastic flame band target. I'm gonna go with the Oximp for now. I think there's even better flame band targets later on. And yeah, we've got like 3 tanks, which is pretty awkward, and then 1 support. So our party composition could use some work, that's for certain. Grubber is okay. Minoink is like crazy if you can get it scaling. But I don't really have anything to work with for that. I might do a Minoink run, we'll see. So we can get a Dusk Fire or a Dusk Bug. I think there's some more fire types that I'd be interested in than a bug type. Yeah, there's Scorpet. Scorpet's pretty crazy. Slamala is a big enabler of a specific build, which is interesting. I mean, all of these creatures have, like, their own builds, right? Like, every single creature in this game, as far as I can tell, has, like, a niche where you could do some crazy stuff with it. And there's, like, a lot of mixing and matching, which is what's so friggin' fun about this game, right? It's pretty fantastic. Okay, so there goes Zipstrat. Of course, intentional, so we can get it some extra attack while we're using it. Not sure how long we'll use it for, but, you know, it's nice to have it scaled up for if we choose to end up using it like that. But maybe we'll pivot the item to another creature like Oximp, because Oximp is probably going to be like an endgame creature for us, if I had to guess. Okay, there we go. I'm really spoiled for choice right now. It's tough to just choose one. I think we're going to go for the... We're just gonna grab the radar dish. And we're gonna buy the Minoink. And we're gonna make Minoink our big boy. That's the game plan. So, Minoink has some really ridiculous scaling potential with other sold, which is good. So we're gonna just try to keep our team as lean as possible. Maybe a little bit of a port. I don't know. We'll see. I think it should be good. But that does mean we need to find some way to get the item off of Zipstrat. So we could sell it to get rid of it, but I'd like to hold on to it just in case I want to pivot it back onto the team. So we're going to sell Skimu, because Skimu doesn't really have too much positive effect. And then we can use this item to take off the item from Zipstrat and put it onto the Minoink, because you can't remove items any other way. You have to trade or release. Those are the only 2 options you have. So I think that's our best play for now. And yeah, we'll hope Minoink starts dying. And then there's a couple items we can use to, like, take that scaled attack rating and give it to everybody else. So that's kind of the vision that I have right now. We could start building out our effects here. So we've got a Dusk Earth. We've got 2 Earths. Earth is going to scale really well because we have, like, a ton of health. So we should look for Earth if we can find it. Toxic would give us on Ally Feint, which is not a great effect. So we're just going to go ahead and take the XP instead. So leveling up Oximp is going to give us extra XP, or sorry, extra HP every time. Or we could level up Tadmire to give ourselves extra EXP. The EXP gain is very minimal from Tadmire. Like, it's really not something to rely on. But this extra HP is really crazy. So I think we'll go for that. And hopefully we can get that full level soon. So level 1 requires 60 XP, and we just got 30. So we should only need 10 more. And we'll head over this way. Owl cheat. This guy's crazy. This guy's really crazy. What's this? Berry. This one's new to me. Battle start, grant all allies, Fortify. Fortify is basically like a coconut. If you're a sap head, which is really, really good. On start, faint ally ahead, store a copy. Shelter is also pretty good. That's a unique creature for sure. And Dusk and Physical are like two of the very best typings in the whole game. Taney is literally perfect because on Strength Apply, grant all, it applies weak. And this one's granting Strength, so we can do like a Strength party. This is actually a really scary battle because they've got like some really strong natural synergies going on. Yeah, we should be fine, but like definitely kind of spooky. Hopefully we'll be okay. Okay, we'll see how this goes. Damn, that's a lot of damage. Whoa, what the heck? It's summoned like a little... Oh my god! Oh my god, send help, dude. Holy shit, the weakness applicate. Look at the frail, holy cow. Dude, are you seeing all these summons? Barry's kind of nuts. Barry is kind of nuts. Barry needs to be stopped. Okay, thank goodness we had the spikes. The earth synergy really saved us there. I guess we're not out of the woods yet, though. We might actually still lose. Holy cow, I can't believe we lost that. I knew that was a scary team, but I didn't think it was that scary. That's wild. So, 17 energy, summon Sheltered Kadomon with 2 health at level 1, take 5 damage. That's wild. That is super duper wild. You could do some absolutely absurd stuff with that. I'm trying to think if I've got... Like, I don't think I've got any synergies to work with that. But that's going to make for some crazy runs in the future. I think we go for Taney. I think Taney's gonna kick some serious butt here. And we are going to... Do we dump Kreese here? It's so much health. Like, it's so much health on the party, but... I think that is the right play. And I think we might dump Zipstrat too, just so that we can start mainlining all the health into the units that we want. I don't think Zipstrat's going to be a long-term party member here, to be honest. So, I'm also tempted to get rid of Kreese, but for now, Kreese is doing some stuff, so we'll keep them. So you can see that's a +1 flat damage permanent. Zipstrat can go too. And, once again, there's, like I said, there's some, like, weird little bugs here and there, but that's okay. That's okay with me. So we can have an on-hurt effect. I don't think we've got anybody who gains benefit from on-hurt. But the speed and energy is good. Like, don't get me wrong. I might just run that. I guess I'd run it on Taney, just to get Taney's effect more. And I want to level up here, just because that's going to maximize the amount of HP that we're getting every round. Vibration. Yeah, this is my favorite guy. I love permanent health. I love permanent stats. It's just such a fun thing to play around. Earlier versions of this game did not have any permanent stuff, and yeah, it's really fun to goof around with. Faint or Sell. I still don't know how this ice cream cone Kadomon works yet. Really weird. Just a really weird design. But yeah, you can see we've dropped our water synergy, but that's okay. That is quite alright. Because we've got other synergies to work with. So I think these 3 party members are locked in as permanent. And we're just going to be looking for like one more strong backline unit to carry us the rest of the way. Remember, it is totally okay for that front unit to die, because we want to scale up their attack as much as possible. That way we can abuse the crazy effect of it later. And we're just worrying... What the heck? Was there 2 of these guys? Or is that what happens when it dies? I don't know. That's weird. Uh-oh. Here's where my creature order is a little coming into question. Should probably have had Tadmire in front of Taney here. But maybe we'll be okay. It's possible. We'll be alright. The thorns are a little scary. The thorns are a lot scary, honestly. But now I'm getting my own thorns going. We'll hopefully be alright. Dude, the shields. Okay, there we go. We're fine. Rokarm's a sturdy little guy. It's pretty good. So we can get training weights. These are, like, pretty specific. There's only, like, a couple guys that can really make good use of these. But it is an extra item. Or we could get the Loudner. Loudner's pretty crazy. Yeah, I could just sell Scoopsy right away for the Loudner. That seems decent. Him me. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and sell him right off the bat here. Get some more scaling onto this Minoink. And I guess Loudner can go there. Move those guys into the correct position now. And Health Potion is just great. It's just max health. We know Minoink is staying forever. So we're going to go ahead and grab this Health Potion. And maybe I should try and wait for, like, the consume. Yeah, we'll wait for now. There's some ways I could potentially get multiple uses out of it if I'm lucky. So we'll try for that. I'm going to avoid elites for now because they're really, really hard. Well, I mean, they could kill me. I'm in kill range right now. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and be smart and not do that. As tempting as it is to show it off, I'm pretty afraid of elite still. So we can gain physical typing, which is really, really good, or we can gain strength. So it's just starting strength, which is pretty good. That would be really, really strong on Taney. I think we take that. I think that kicks insane amounts of ass on Taney. Because strength applied deal 2... Like, it just auto-frails at the start of the round. That's really good. That's really, really good. Alright, so we're going to give that to Taney. And I think that's a permanent effect. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it is. I hope it is. I was kind of banking on it being permanent, but now that I think about it, maybe it's not. We'll see. What's this? Weighted dice. Oh, weird. I haven't seen it in purple. I've only seen it in brown. Interesting. But yeah, obviously, we don't have much decision-making to do in this version, or, like, playing with this strategy in terms of, like, team setup phase. There's builds that we'll try in the future where we'll have to put a lot more thought into our team build each round. But for the most part, you can... I find just, like, making one really strong team means you can get through the game in, like, a more reasonable amount of time. And, yeah, I think it's a fun way of playing. I like it. I like it. Look at all the him, me. Big damage. Big damage. Alright. I'm just gonna take the item because I don't care about any of these lads. They don't really do anything super great for me. Yeah. I mean, this is cool. Like, this guy does go crazy. But, you know, it's one of those things where it's, not... Oh my god. Don't mind if I friggin' do. Hell yeah. That is so good. Alright, we can just dump Rokorm. We don't want him sucking up all the stats. And that's good. That's good. We're looking pretty strong. Minoink is already up to 11 strength, which is quite solid. And I'd like to roll for a physical type here. I think that would be super huge for us. We got Toxic again. That's pretty unlucky. Pretty unlucky. I'm gonna go ahead and level up Tadmire just to get the more XP. Even though Tadmire is like the most likely unit to... I mean, this is the only flex spot. In fact, maybe because it's the only flex spot, maybe we shouldn't invest in it at all. And, like, you know, it is, like, sucking up some random HP here and there from Vibration, but, like, it's not that bad. Bit of a tough call who I want to buff up here. It's kind of tempting to bum rush Vibration level 3 just to get even more HP going. But then I end up XP wasting a lot in the late game. Yeah, I don't like the sounds of XP wasting. Let's go ahead and buff up Minoik. It doesn't grant any extra attack, if I recall correctly. Let's see. We'll double check. Yeah, so you can see it's still just 1. It just increases the effect here a little bit, which is fine. Yeah, it's more of like a... This is a weird unit, because he's just like a big stat boy. It's fun, though. I do like big number. Alright, we'll see how this goes. Loudner giving everybody a flat damage buff. Boror is definitely going to be taking a lot of damage. But with any luck, it like oh my god, him me. Okay, the big frail. I love it, dude. I love it. I love the crazy combos you can get going in this game. Alrighty. Look at that. Pretty clean. We're getting the mass thorn stacking. Yeah, this is an easy win. It's just a question of whether Boror goes down in time or not. And I don't think it will, sadly. We kind of hit a critical mass. Maybe I shouldn't have evolved it, but I don't think it would have mattered. Pretty sure it was gonna win either way. Well, if we're really lucky here, it'll go down, but no. Maybe I shouldn't have evolved it. So you can see, this is something that I haven't been showing yet, but you can see how much damage a dude has done in a round, as well as how much damage they've taken, and how much they've healed. It would be nice if it showed some of the other, like, weirder stats, but, I mean, this is, like, a really concise screen to show, like, how useful a guy was being. Of course, there's, like, stats that aren't really shown, like all the buffs Tadmire was throwing out. Like, all of this healing is really Tadmire's doing. So that's something to keep in mind. That's essentially our sole healer in the party. Not that you need a healer. Allies have plus 10 health, but you can no longer see enemies before battle. That's pretty wild. That's a lot of health. On attack, attacker gains HP. Turn all air types into earth types would be pretty good. I can think of exactly one unit that would really benefit from that, actually. Oh, man. There's a singular unit that this would kick ass with. Here, I wonder if I can show it in the decks. So I'm thinking, let me see if I can track it down. There's a lot of guys in here, so I might not. Here we go. Careful. So this thing, let me show you. So ally ahead attack, deal 1 damage to allies behind and apply speed. That's not that big of a deal, but this is the big deal. So for 17 energy, heal allies in front and apply 2 strength. So applying strength to like the right units as well as healing would be really good, and then having like a unit behind potentially to take advantage of this could be really good. I don't know. I don't think it's got strong enough synergy. I think we can go better. I think we can get even stronger. Let's just take Overgrowth. Why are there 3 selects and 4 items? I don't know. I don't know. Why is Alarm Clock still here? Interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and take anti-gravity ball, I guess. Yeah, I don't know what was going on with that clock. That's strange. Like I said, there's some like weird little bugs here and there because this is early access, and we're just having to deal with that. It's no biggie. I also still don't entirely understand how item crafting works. I think certain items combine into things, but there's no like crafting recipes as far as I can tell. And like it feels really weird. It's super odd stuff. Hang on, where do we go to take a look at items? Here we go. Items. So you can see this is the items list, and it's ever growing because I've unlocked even more of them. But like there's no like recipes, for example, right? Like I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. This thing, the combined thing is weird. I might do like a little feedback arena and say like, you know, maybe just randomize it instead. That way this is more useful. But I can also release items to get like 1 gold. Because I was getting so many items I didn't know what to do with them. It was like fully filling up. Thankfully, I kind of know what to do now with that. We're gonna once again avoid elites, so I'm just gonna take this path. And if I'm really strong by this point, then I'll consider it. But honestly, I'm just scared for my life. Okay, so that is an item. Interesting. Okay. So hopefully we can get some deaths on Boror still. I'm not super hopeful that Boror is going to die anymore, but we'll see. Pretty sure it's approaching like critical mass. If Doot can kill my backline, maybe we've got a chance. Okay, that might help. That might help him die. I'm pretty confident even with that. I think we'll be okay. Yeah, they're probably not getting this kill. The thorns are too much. Yeah. Damn it. Damn it, dude. Boror is getting too strong. How am I supposed to get him even stronger if he's doing stuff like that? Look at that tank. Look at that insane tank. Okay. I guess alarm clock is just going to be there for the rest of the run. We're just going to have to deal with that. So we could level up our Tadmire, but hear me out. Every time we get one of these, we're basically just going -1 strength. So why would I ever do that when I could just like grab a random guy and sell him? That's where I'm at with that. So the question is, do I want multi-berry or do I want the alarm clock on this bird? I'm gonna take the alarm clock because I'm very curious. Very curious how it works. So we're gonna sell it and take a. Why can't I read it? Why can't I hang on. It's fine. We'll just go here. Watermelon. Am I supposed to have this item right now? Yes, alarm clock. Here we go. Okay, fine. Fine. It'll be a really cool paperweight for now. It's no big deal. Let's see. I just wanted to say I fucking love this game. It's actually so fun. Not being paid, by the way. Just extremely up my alley. Just the dopamine. The stupid dopamine of all the fucking numbers tumbling around and all the effects. It's just so good. You get it. I mean, if you get it, you get it. If you don't get it, then I get that you don't get it. I guess. Let's just send it. That's a lot of frail on that Minnoink. Not quite enough to kill, but it was a good start. Yeah, I would like to see some more health on my Vibracian at this point, honestly. But other than that, this run's going like pretty smoothly, I would say. Oh my god, that's a lot of armor. The taunt is really good. Oh, that feel when you're too strong. Come on, kill him. Kill him! Do it! No! It was so close. Damn it, dude. Damn it, dude. So once again, we don't go for any of these. We're just gonna take another ice club. And see ya, nerd. Now, where do we want to put this ice club? Maybe on the Vibration. The wanted poster's dank. I definitely want to keep that going. It's just really good. Okay. And we've now got quite a few items stacking up. I wonder if Loudner plus Radar Dish makes anything? No. Sometimes I try to use logic, and then it just doesn't do anything. It would be cool if there was, like, plus versions of items that were, like, just a stronger version, if you do the crafting recipe right. I think something like that would be cool. These are awful. So hear me out. This looks like it gain 2 random items and lose 10 morale. Actually, I'm going to show you guys how the feedback system works. So if we do one of these, we can type in C. Oh, yeah. If you type in E right now in the feedback, it just deletes everything. So I have to bring up a notepad. Give me a sec here. Here we go. Like I said, this is the early access version. There's a bunch of like random weird little bugs. I've been like spamming feedback, so that way this can all be fixed in time for the release. I just want to, you know, I love this game. I'm just gonna keep saying it. I love this game. I don't care that there's bugs because it's gonna get fixed. You know, it's cool. The mistyped middle card says 10 but takes 20. Oh my god. I did it again. Says 10 but takes 20. Initially, thankfully you can copy paste here. It's a bug, I'm gonna say. I mean, it's not a bug, it's literally a mistype. Also, I love how I did 10 and then that's gonna piss somebody off. I'm sorry. It's a low that's a low prio one. So yeah, this one here takes 20 because it's 2, so it's just linear. We want to try and keep our morale. We don't have much left to lose, so it's getting a little bit spooky. What's the new item we got, though? Did get a new item. It's bongos. Bongos are a little specific, but they're good on the right setup. I'd love to see some more moved stuff. Okay. We're gonna keep it moving. So yeah, this is actually like a really strong combo. This guy is one of the strongest creatures in the entire game, beyond any shadow of a doubt. You can see it's only got 3 attack, but on move trigger attack 2 times, and on energy trigger attack 2 times. And that's not even accounting for their base attack. But if you do this flame belt strategy on this creature, and then build a move party around them, they will just shred everything. Like, they will do thousands of damage over, like, if they're allowed to. It's crazy. It's absolutely absurd how strong that creature is. And I love it. Like, it requires some legwork to get him going, because otherwise he's, like, quite mediocre with the low damage. But it's clear that they're set up to be, like, a long-term setup sweeper, which is really cool. I love that they've got so many different, like, archetypes that kind of, like, match up with, like, there's archetypes from Pokemon, and then there's archetypes from Sap, and it really, like, takes both of them and blends them so beautifully. It's quite fantastic. It's really, really cool what they've got going on. Bad Boon has kind of a cool item. I might grab that. Oh my goodness. The unit swapping did not do them any good there. Tadmire's finally evolving. Here we go. Shribbit! Oh, Taney is evolving too. Nice. Very nice. All the evolutions. Taikido. Very nice. Alright. So I know I talked this guy up, but we are, like, our team is too locked in to fit this guy, so we can't. Sombrero's pretty good, but it doesn't help our team. Ally Hurt is pretty legit. We're gonna go ahead and take that. And we might be able to play around that. Bad Boon, it doesn't really do much for our... Wait, enemy dizzy triggered gain... Oh, interesting. I mean, that's... I don't know. If it, like, gave it to the whole party, that'd be good. But it doesn't. And I know what you're thinking. Hold on to this guy so we can level up in the party. Even if he gets, like, a little bit of XP or a little bit of healing, it's not worth it. Because right now he gives 5. If he levels up, he gives 10. So, it's like a little improvement, but not much. And, yeah, it's just not worth it. It's not worth the risk of losing permanent HP, as far as I'm concerned. So, we'll just do that. And we can just... Do I want to put an ally hurt somewhere? I don't think I do. I'm trying to get Boror to die. It's just not working. Too strong. We're gonna just work on that. Remember, Shribbit is going to go at some point. Probably. Because their main ability just doesn't scale into late game. It's great for like just a peppering of extra stats. But, yeah, it just doesn't scale up as far as I'm concerned. The passive is really strong. Like, that's a lot of regen, but you can get better healers for sure. Now, if we start taking advantage of the poison as well as the heal, then all of a sudden Shribbit has like a crazy synergy. But, you know, it's that once again, that's a whole nother build to contemplate. Also, one thing you might notice in this game that's different from other games in its style, like if you were thinking Slay the Spire, this shop doesn't change. It's the same shop until I restock it. And the only way to restock it is to beat bosses and elites. Which is why I'm happy to just let it chill for now and not worry about it. We're going to use this health potion at some point for sure. And I already know all these guys in the shop, but I guess I'll go over them. Peeling is like a healer. He's a heal guy. When somebody gets hurt, it heals. Which is good. Bulbo is like the most Omega Brain freaking dude in this whole game, and I love him. I just haven't managed to make him work yet, but I know he's good. So he steals other abilities. He can steal enemy abilities, and he can steal team abilities. So he's just absolutely absurd. Grubber's a funny little guy. He combos really well with the Krokut guy that you saw earlier with the on-move effect. Babaril is like a tank with... I hadn't managed to make Babaril work. He's just so specific. Like a poison-specific tank. That's just hard. It's hard to make that work. You already know Zipstrat, and then we got Lumint, which is one of the summoners in this game. There are some pretty decent summoning archetypes, and they've been made a lot better in the more recent patches, so hopefully I can show that on a future run. Anyway, let's carry on. Baleen... He's one of the new guys. And a Prancier. Prancier would go pretty hard. Prancier would go kind of nuts. The sold mechanic is... There's not too many good sold builds yet. I think Boror is the real standout. And there's some that like help with the selling synergy, but not too much, sadly. I would like to play around with that more. I wonder if there are intentions to add more creatures long-term in this game. I have no idea if there is, but that would be interesting. We're going to lose Taikido here. Hopefully, losing Taikido means that we are going to lose Boror and just win with our other two tanks. Once again, our party is absurdly tanky compared to what I would normally run. Like, you do not need to run 3 tanks. You can get away with, like, 1 or sometimes 0 if the party's built well enough, but... I mean, there's nothing stopping you from just running a bunch of big boys. Like, they're good. They're very good, as you can see. They just kind of don't die. Okay. Ally gain shield. We're doing a lot of shield stuff. Could be good. I mean, we're not doing that much shield stuff. The speed is nice, but it's not really going to trigger as much as I want. I think we'll take that item just in case. Trigger my attack one time when splash is applied. That's a really crazy effect. I can think of 1 or 2 creatures where I could make that pop. I'll hold on to it, I guess. Okay, we need to start dumping some items, because we've got too many of them at this point. We don't have any hurt trigger stuff. Weighted dice isn't going to be good long-term. Bongos are useless. And there we go. Let's go ahead and get rid of our Paraswoop. And we've got a large Conde now, which is nice. Let's see. Boror is getting up there in health. Vibration's pretty up there too. Taikido is above its base health. I wonder if you can check base health. Like Kato Dex. So if I go to here and I go find Taikido. Oh, here. Well, we can check out Boror at least. So just for comparison, 58 HP is base, and it's at 64. So that's like the kind of thing that Vibration is doing for this party, is like just an insane amount of like free stats. Obviously, it's at the cost of like in-fight effects, but I think it's worth it. I genuinely think it's worth it. It seems really strong, being able to have all these big boys. I could fathom a wind type that would take. Yeah, here we go. Careful could definitely take Sherbet's spot. We've also got Strength applied, grant speed, which is pretty good. It's pretty strong. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we'll find the item again later. Careful might be a bit of a tough find. I don't know if there's any like creature rarity in this game or anything along that line. Wow, they're doing some impressive damage. I don't think it's gonna be enough. Maybe they'll get. Yeah, hooray! We finally got another free attack. Took long enough. Now hopefully we don't lose. Keep in mind that if we don't kill these guys, we need to kill at least 3 of them. Oh, maybe I celebrated too soon. Oh no, I need to kill one. Oh, I lost. I flew too close to the sun. Oh man. All right. Well, there it is. It's one of those things when you're trying to like min-max stuff like that. It comes with risks. If I had my party in a better position, I probably would have been fine. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this first episode of Kadomon, and I'll catch you in the next one.